Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20. It's Career Mode episode 164. We're ready to kick off a new season. First things first, though, winner of the Cyanide Trophy is in Rider of the Year for last season. Second year running now. Pavel Rodriguez, of course, no longer with the team. We lost him. It's a huge loss. Now, upon losing Rodriguez, there was instant suggestion that maybe we just quickly move through this season, as it's going to be a rebuilding year. Well, on paper, it certainly looks like it would be a rebuilding year because we were just above the bubble. We were actually on the bubble for a while. Then one of our three top riders leveled up, still within the same level that they were in, but that couple tenths that it put us in, we were at 17th for a while, we were at 18th for a while, and then I think we finished at 17th again. So 17th out of the 19 teams. Feels like a rebuilding year, but you know us. Even when we've barely made it in seasons past, we've still been a really good team. Last season was the only time that we went in a little more comfortable, and I think we were still about 15th in the index or something like that. Now, next season, we're going to be good. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with because we have 5 candidates for those top 3 spots right now. We have 5 riders at a 77 or better. We have unprecedented depth that we've never had with this squad. Now, in terms of overall numbers, okay, we're still not great. We're still a little thin in overall numbers. But our complexity, our depth at the top end is unlike anything before. And we have 4 new riders among our top 7 overall within the squad now. And of course, one of our best riders before, in Gazzoli, really wasn't good. He was just there on paper to help get us over that edge. We're looking at a group that all of those top riders, all of those 75s and above, are going to be effective, are going to challenge, are going to fight for results. So while, yes, we're missing one very, very key element to this team, we are deeper in other areas than we've ever been. We might be competing in a slightly different way than we have in the previous couple of seasons, but we're still going to be really competitive, I think. We'll see if that's actually the case. For one thing, we've added some depth. We went from just 2 Classics riders to now 4. They're still at the bottom end of our team, but we have 4 of them now. We're adding some depth. We're adding some ability to compete in an area, in a department we've never been competitive in. We might be pushing towards that a little bit better now. We also only have a couple expiring contracts, so the team is going to look very much the same next year as it does now. Only one of our top riders is among those expiring. Amanatoglu is expiring and probably gone. I doubt we will re-sign Amanatoglu. So Rajkovic is the only one we'll look to re-sign. If he's a 78 or less, we should have a decent chance of doing that depending on the money. Let's take a look in the money real quick. We'll come back to the team in just a second. We have jumped drastically from where we were. We're now making $172,000 per month, and we're with a sponsor, Black Bear, Back Bear, whatever, that has some earning potential much higher than what we've seen with previous sponsors. And as a Canadian sponsor, yes, they can care about Canadian riders, and we don't have any, and that's going to hurt us a little bit. But otherwise, there's only 2 Canadian races on the calendar, and they're very unimportant. It would be easy to get results there, and they're after August anyway, so they don't matter. And the sponsor doesn't actually care. So we kind of have a diverse set of objectives for the year. Let's get to those in just a second. But here we are, 172K, of course, neutral, successful, 21,000 bump. Look at how healthy that bump is for a super success, which of course we've grown very accustomed to getting that super success almost every single year. We're looking at, let's see, what is that, 42,000 more next year than we have right now. Now, the expiring contracts are very cheap. They're only about 5,000. That's only going to give us roughly 50,000, and Rajkovic could demand that type of salary. So yeah, we might need to look beyond Rajkovic onto somebody else going forward and signing what we can get. But we'll have options for that because we'll have 50,000 to play with, and only one rider that we're trying to re-sign, and then a handful of riders to go after otherwise. So we could really, really improve our depth the next season. Now, of course, I know we're also really close to our next season in real life for PCM21 coming out in less than 2 months. So will we get all the way through this season? Will we get into the next? I don't know. We'll see what happens. For one thing, I'm actually still excited for this season, despite the disappointing loss that we've endured. Here's the objectives for the year. Paris-Nice, Tirreno Adriatico is a bigger one. Milano-San Remo is a bigger one. Top 10, that'll be easy. Catalonia, Ronde van Vlaanderen, top 10. Not easy, but certainly doable. Now, we're building much more towards that than what we had previously. Celia Basque, it's a half star, no big deal. Paris-Roubaix, Amstel Gold. You can see where our sponsors kind of go in a lot of top 10s in classics. It's a good thing we've added a little depth there. Otherwise, this could be a challenging season. Liège-Bastogne-Liège. So the monuments, they're targeting the monuments in the other major classic races. Criterium de Dauphiné, Tour de Suisse, Tour de France, stage wins. Nothing top 5 for the Giro. Okay, so we do need to focus on GC, at least for one of the Grand Tours. Stage wins for Tour de France, though, is all that's necessary. They want top 5 for La Vuelta. Of course, it's already after the signing period, so it doesn't necessarily matter. That's the only objective after the period. So we actually do need to focus a bit on those objectives this season. San Sebastian's the only other one there. But top 5 for La Vuelta, with or without the sponsor objective, we're looking at a realm of possibility. But Tour de France, 4-star objective and stage win. It's pretty important we go for that. And without a Pavel Rodriguez in our midst, we're probably not going to get a stage win via the leader on the team. It's going to have to come in some other manner. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team itself. Starting with those overalls. Kevin Vermark, still our man on top, that 81. He's a puncher. He's got the acceleration. He gets the occasional wins. He will help us out with LBL, with maybe Flanders. No, not with a 63 cobble rating. Amstel Gold. That there are some classics on our calendar, Milano-San Remo, that he will absolutely have a strong impact on and help pick up some wins for us. Even though he is done developing, he still has these 2 years on his contract, I believe. Or is it now 1? No, it should be 2, because obviously we only have 2 expirations. So Vermark's going to be around. He'll continue to contribute. He would probably be gone when his contract is up in 2 years. Most likely, we would probably let him move on due to the age. I like to keep a young squad. McKinney, the new guy, he's one of the ones who clearly leveled up. He's 80 flat rating. He is punchy. 74 on the hills. 79 and 80 on the sprint. That was the highest we've ever seen, except for that Reykjavik has also leveled up and is a 79-81 now. So I suddenly have 2 capable sprinters, both a little punchy, both with 69 cobble ratings. That opens up a lot of opportunities in a lot of races with not a Paris-Roubaix, maybe not Tour of Flanders, but the others, most of the others, you could just about survive with support on a 69 cobble rating, and then they can outsprint a majority of the field, especially the way we run sprints, especially if both of them are out there together and we're kind of just riding for whoever's better race day condition that particular day. Both have good stamina, both have good resistance, both have good recovery. New man, AFP, 82 on the time trial, 78 mountain, 74 resistance, 75 recovery. It's not Rodriguez, but he's capable. He's where Rodriguez was a couple seasons ago. Maybe even better with that 82 time trial rating. You add another point or two to the mountains, and he's going to be competitive. And he's brand new. He's 21. And a 77 already. phenomenal. I mean, when we looked him up, he was, I think, a 75, and it was like, oh, this guy's going to be special. And look at how special he already is. We have our next Rodriguez. Breck. Oh, yeah, right? We have Breck, too. 21, 77 overall. Also has leveled up since we were looking at him. I think he was a 76 last season. Not brand new, but still very young. 81 mountain. A little punchy. So much like Rodriguez. Not quite there on the time trialing, but capable. That 76, 74, that's better than a number of GC contenders. Still has some work to do, though, here. The recovery's there. The stamina's okay. 69 resistance isn't quite going to get the job done. If we're looking for top 10 or maybe a top 5, he can compete. He can definitely get into the top 10. So can AFP. So suddenly we have 2 leaders, where before we had 1. And we definitely had that 1 man. I'm going to take both of them into the Giro, and I'm going to take both of them into La Vuelta. We're going to have co-leaders. And then as the tour goes on, we'll see how things shape up. That's going to be something new for me to try, but we'll take 2 leaders in and see what we can do. Ultimately, we'll have to ride for 1 because we can't be successful with both. Oh, wait, there's more? Yeah, sure, there is. Ivan Kolda, 20 years old, 75 already, 79 mountain rating already, 72 resistance already. Talipov coming right along. He was the last man on the list, I think. Season ago, something like that. It was right at the bottom, next to bottom, something along those lines. I don't remember exactly, but he was quite low. 76 mountain's not amazing, but 76 mountain, 74 time trial, 82 downhill. Oh, I love that. 74 resistance, 74 recovery. Yeah, a little bit of acceleration. That's not too shabby. And he's got plenty of room for growth at just 21. Millar, a little older. He's getting a little closer to his max. We were kind of looking at him being our GC guy. And all of a sudden, there's 4 guys that you can put right above Millar. Millar, still though, solid. 78 mountain, 74 resistance. Monotoglu, what a great lead-out rider at a 77-77. We are lacking depth in our sprint. Otherwise, we have lost some of our numbers. We did not replace many of the outgoing guys. But our top end, we have 3 excellent, and that's what you need. It just means those 3 are going to be teamed up together anytime and every time we need them. But that's a great combo. Great combo. Just hope that one of them isn't on a -5 or something. And suddenly Johnson goes from one of our key guys to well down the list, support climber. And then we have Kolk, who's 21 and already up there. And Killen, who's, we'll let his contract run its course and send him on his way, but he's pretty tolerable too. The team is nowhere near as bad as we thought it might be with the loss of Rodriguez. Of course it hurts. And no, we do not have an automatic Rider of the Year. We probably aren't going to get any Grand Tour victories, but we'll be competitive there. And we have a lot more climbing depth than we had before. A lot. As a group. As a unit. And we can work together. And we can get through it. But we're much stronger in the sprint. We're much stronger in the classics. I like our chances still. The year, of course, starts down under. We begin with the Australia National Championships. And we've got 3 riders again. So we've got David Killen and Johnson back, but we've added Kolk to the team, who is Australian, and all 3 of them very similar. They all have a 71 punch, and they're pretty close on their mountain ratings, and the race day condition means we ride for the new guy. Sucks for Johnson and Killen, but it is the case. We only have 24 riders left in the Peloton with 60K to go. Breakaway is split up. There was 6 riders, so we should still have 4 in the front group, but you can see they're just up ahead, about to turn the corner there. And we're seeing a new attack, so we got to watch out for this one. Okay, not major threats here. We do need to get water one last time, and we'll get it right at the top this time. Johnson will take care of that. So Killen protecting Kolk, and then we've got Johnson as the extra support man for later. And we are definitely blinking red at 77, but they're only drifting back just a little bit. It's not that long of a climb, so we are trying really hard to conserve energy but not slide back too far. Peloton yo-yoing in size. Now's a good time to start that drop back for Johnson. Just don't get yourself dropped here. That's the top. Hand up, nice and quick. Already attacking to get back to the front. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. No loss here. Far too many times recently we've seen riders get dropped while doing that task. Now the finish is straight ahead there. So you go ahead further down and then you take a right to get to the finish line. Definitely a little bit steeper descent, which of course I love those descent finishes. So we now have 5 riders off the front. 4 plus 1 new guy who made it with them, but we've got the newly sponsored Geico team. And we're still doing good here, but we're drifting back a little further, a little faster, so we need to speed up somewhat here. Make sure we don't get dropped, and we're seeing the effect on the Peloton as we bring back the breakaway, but we still only have 38 riders, as quite a few were dropped there. That was close to 10 riders dropped, or roughly 10 riders dropped on that ascent, and we're down to just 2 laps now. So Killen, we're going to have to use his gel this time. And now's probably a good time to do that. And then Killen, you need to stay put. You need to go to an 80. Alright, here we go. This one's about conserving energy and not getting dropped, so we can set up a move for the final one. Hopefully Killen's still there for that. Even if he doesn't have much energy, he can at least get us out front and lead us out at the base for the next one. So here we go. Penultimate Climb. Okay, no attack moves coming from anybody. They're running out of firepower, so that's good for us. Their leader, Hamilton, it looks like, or Berwick. Our guys are, well, Berwick, our former guy. And yes, Killen's actually recovered. 14.6k now. And let's line this up. Kolk, he's recovered a lot, so Killen, start the move here across the flat. Don't allow this extreme recovery. Jack Haig just has nothing left. Okay, here's the ascent before the ascent. After this, it'll be on to the final climb. Okay, Johnson, gel. Killen, able to give us a little more than we expected. Still 37 riders in contention is quite a bit, though. 11k to go. And we begin the final ascent. Starts gradual. Still 1.8, so we're still on the flat. 2, 3. Okay, now we attack. And on to Johnson. Colton, gel. Over the steepest section. And we're going to try to finish it off. Still going 99, 8k to go. It's still 34 riders in contention somehow.
Oh, the list of those left behind goes on rising.
Okay. We want to wait for Kolk to attack before the top, and this is the top. Oh, come on, buddy. He's stuck behind Johnson right now and can't get past the other riders. Johnson try to get on Kolk's wheel. 23 riders. Descent to come.
Only 5 kilometers left.
There goes Caleb Ewan. He made it over the top. We're screwed. He's going to go win this thing. He's going to go win this thing. Oh, he doesn't have anything left. Nope, he's making another push. 2k to go. Mostly downhill. Johnson's still on the wheel. 1k to go. Sprint for the line. Ewan's got it. Can we get a top 5 at least? I'm not sure we're going to get that either. We definitely have a top 10, obviously, but Robert Stannard second. Knowles, Strisners, Hamilton, Hindley. Zach Johnson gets 7th. Kolk just 16th. Ouch. Ouch, son. Your first ride did not go like we hoped. Killen had nothing left. We was still on the attack. We didn't set him to auto. 31st for him. Okay, well, it's a top 10, but not exactly a great showing in our first race. We were certainly close. Just could not get any separation on that little climb when Kolk got his opportunity. So his first attempt, substandard. Four of the 6 stages of the Santos Tour Down Under are sprint stages, leaving us with 2 punchy stages. That's 3 and 5. So we're on stage 3 now, the first of those 2 punchy stages. This one's always close. It's still tight. It's compact, but you can get a little separation. Plus, with a downhill finish, it really does favor my team, and I've gotten results here in the past. We'll see if we can replicate that now. Of course, race day condition, always a factor, and that's not looking so good for us. Really not at all. Only a single rider with better than a +1 and quite a bit of red, and heavy red, as we now have 16 kilometers to go. We're going to go ahead and line ourselves up for this final move. We've got a short descent, and then we have that one steep little climb, and then you have another descent on its way to the finish. So McKinney, we're going to put at the back, see if he can kind of hang on, but it's Kevin Vermark that he's going to follow. That's who we're leading out for this one. 71.81 still, but the resistance down a couple, and it's not great to begin with. Hillary Breck's the overall guy, so we're going to actually tuck them in between. And then Johnson. Is Johnson the one I want leading this out? Probably not Eric, but the other punchy one. Then we've got Kolk and Killen. So we'll get a move on here with David Killen. Bring him to the front and then see what we can do with this one. Stage 5, of course, is the exciting one. We'll get to that in just a moment. But we are going to have to try to move fairly quickly to get through both of these stages between now and the end of the episode. So no wasting time. Okay, David Killen, tack to the front. Johnson Gel. 12K to go now. And our front guy just barely even feeling fatigue here. Get butt ready. Already 1.7 to the top. Killing really good work there.
This climb features
on a
some
Kolk.
dreadful percentages.
Johnson's going to fade first. Kolk's going to go clear.
There's now just 10 kilometers left.
On to Eric Butt. 10K to the finish. And now we're gaining that little bit of separation. We got a 3-man group that's gone clear. Had gone clear. Okay, we'll see if we can get back in contact with Kolk here.
The fast pace at the front is too much for several riders.
Okay, we're actually looking pretty good. Killen is right in the middle. So we'll put him in order. There's Bikini, there's Johnson. We've got everybody here. And Kolk is already recovering 6.7. We want to attack this descent. Let him go clear.
And he moves on.
2.6K. And we are definitely in full attack mode. 1.5, McKinney, 1K to go. He's got a real shot to win this thing. We'll see how he's looking. McKinney on the front. Not on the front. CCC rider sneaking in there. Oh, it's not CCC. That's just the leader's jersey. It's Caleb Ewan. We almost beat him. We beat Chamias. We got second place. Not bad for Bikini. but also not good for what I was hoping for. I was hoping to gain some seconds for one of my punchers, not for McKinney necessarily, but because he's likely to lose some time on stage 5.
Now for the race highlights.
Still a good result. Couldn't beat out Ewan though. Home race for Ewan, and he is just so tough to beat any time, let alone the race that he's actually prepared for. It's the Wollonga Hill stage, stage 5. There is one stage after this, but you could just about finalize the standings after this one. We finish at the top of Wollonga Hill, but first we have to go up one time and then lap around to go up a second time. So we're coming up on that first time up the hill here in the near future, and the pace in the Peloton is crazy hot. That little turnoff right there to the left was where we come back around for the second lap. We're going to take a left here. And this is where we begin our first climb up Wollonga Hill. And the rain begins to fall just as we go into it. We're going to go 84 here. CCC really pushing tempo. Trying to control this thing. And we got to make sure these guys aren't getting caught out. Johnson. For Mark. Come on for Mark. Okay. That's the top, but that's not the finish line. That's the finish line. All right, we are looking pretty good. We got our whole team up here, but we do have some definite fatigue. That climb was much faster than it normally is most years. And with 17K to go, Johnson's definitely not going to be getting any proper recovery in, though he's getting a tiny amount at the moment with the descent. So we're going to use his gel because we're going to turn left here in just a moment. There's the left-hander right there. So Johnson's gel. Big fall. Down to 100 riders, and the rain stops. The shower was quick. It just covered that first lap. 8.5K. Let's set this up, and we're going to get that final push. We're going to put Bikini on the back again, though I don't expect much from him. He does have our best time overall. Here's for Mark. And then Eric Butt would normally lead him out, but he is not looking good today with a -4. Hillary Breck, not feeling well, but he does still have a +1. Kolk is looking pretty good, so I think that's our order of operation. Killen. Eric Butt's going to have to go early, and then Johnson. Gel up for those first 3 guys. And we're going to push immediately. Johnson, 99. Now you can back off a little bit while the team kind of sorts out their position. And then we're going to up that again quite quickly. It's time to take control. 6.6K. There's our left-hander just ahead of us. Gel for the next couple of guys. And Johnson is done. On to Eric Butt.
The riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
Okay, gel up for the final guys. And here we go. Okay, 97 for now. Don't want to destroy our entire team immediately. Okay, let him just head to the finish.
Counter-attack by Tej Benut.
Okay, you can see we've got a couple teams really pushing things here. Breck for Mark, it's 2K to go. Breck at 96, you can see for Mark still has a little something in the tank here. Okay, 99 for Breck, 1K to go. We want Vermark to attack before the top. However, he doesn't have enough left. Doesn't have enough left. He's going to have to wait. He's got to wait. He's got to wait. There you go. There you go. Come on, Vermark. Come on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. And he takes it. Kevin Vermark with the win. Quinn Simmons goes third. Lemacelle is who we beat to the line. Gaudu Breck takes 5th. Alaphilippe. And clear separation, top 12. That means Ewan and the others, they lose their time. McKinney and Killen in that next group of 4. And then big time gaps. Big time gaps. That's a minute loss there for the big groups. So that front little group now is going to have some time gaps over the rest, which means Vermark could and probably will lead this race overall. McKinney was 16th, by the way, so he was just Was he in the group of 4?
Now for the
That only
best
lost a little
moments of the
time. That
day.
would keep him fairly high up the order. I had 2 riders up here. Was McKinney that one right there? I think it was. He'll get same time as those 3 guys. So McKinney got dropped, but not by much. 24-second gap. Top 12. Of course, we get the 10-second time bonus. Then we got the 24-second gap. McKinney is there. He had a little gap over the field. I don't think it was 24 seconds, though. He was 6 seconds up, so no. He will slip behind that group. He'll be 13th. Unless some of them had lost time somewhere on the previous stage, which was possible. There was only about 30 in that last punchy stage. And then 50 seconds to the chase group. And then 117 to the next one. So, GC... for Mark in the lead. As predicted, top 12 was all the top 12. Breck and Kolk go straight to the back. Not sure why Breck, when he finished about 6th, 5th, would be 11th on countback, but apparently he is. Chamias hangs on to a decent time, 14 seconds down in 13th. McKinney still has that advantage over a lot of others. He is 14th at 26 seconds down. Ewan slips to 15th at 27. And then there's those other guys, including Killen. So I got a lot of guys in the top 20, but one in particular in the lead. Lemacelle will not challenge the last stage. Neither will Simmons. They will not gain time. So Vermark should hang on to the victory overall, unless Alaphilippe happens to win that last stage, which is somewhat possible, but not likely. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.